Hey everyone, Kieran over Sapien from Filmstorm Studios bringing our first part of our GTA single player series. And to start off, we're just going to get started and install all our assets. And what we're going to need is our Filmstorm Professional Animation Pack. But the catch is I'm going to give you this for free today, so don't have to worry about paying anything. You can just dive right into the asset and go purchase. Go to the checkout, and we're going to apply a discount code, and you just have to put in freebie and hit apply, and you're going to get 100% off on that, which is pretty exciting. And all you're going to do is probably just have to refresh the page so that freebie will flow through, and then that way we get a free download. So let's just accept that. Boom, and there we go. So now you can actually download this pack, and then that will get that started. But I've already got this download, so I have to worry about that. So now that we've got that working, let's jump in to our Unity scene and let's import a custom package. And as you can see, we've got our professional animation package. So let's just import that. And we're going to just let this run for a little bit. And I'll just quickly pause this and restart it once it's done. Alrighty, so that's finished extracting and installing to the directory. Next thing we're going to want to do is also install Playmaker. So let's just import that package as well. Alrighty, so we'll just import that, and we're going to install it. Install Playmaker, yes. Import that one. And that's just going to import all its functions and everything. So we'll just wait for that to do its thing. Alrighty, so that's finished importing. So let's just click OK. Alrighty, and now we're ready to get started. So first thing, we just want to make sure we're in our scene view. And let's go into our animation pack. And as you can see, we've got a model in here. And this is our little watchdogs model. First, we want to probably just check that all the humanoid section is set up. It should be, so you don't have to worry about that. But if it isn't, if it's on generic, just click humanoid and then just click create from this model and hit apply, and then you'll be good to go. So let's just drag this guy into the scene, and let's drop down a plane. So that way he's gonna be there, and let's zero out this one, and that way he'll be standing there nicely. So let's rename this to our player model, and we're going to want to create a new empty object and call this player base, and zero this one out as well. And then we're going to drag our player model into there, which should be lovely. And what we're also going to do is we're going to create a new empty object under this and call this camera follow. So this is what our camera is going to follow. We're going to also create another empty object outside of the player base, and we're going to call this camera base, and we're going to zero this one out as well. And we're going to drag our main camera into here, so that way our main camera is parented to the camera base, and all of these other ones are for the player. So that should be perfect for that. And then what we're going to do is under the camera base, we're going to attach that to the player base. So that way if we move our player base, everything's going to move together. And finally what we're going to do is just align our camera to where we want it to roughly kind of be. Alrighty, so that should be fairly okay for now. Let's just maybe offset it a little bit. Perfect. And finally, let's quickly rig up the camera look. So let's go add component, FSM, and we're just going to call this the camera rotation. And we're actually, I just realized we should probably get this camera follow, move this up to around his shoulder or around his spine area. And let's just copy that component so we get that number, and we're going to paste this into here, so that way that camera is going to perfectly follow. And let's just adjust the height on there. So let's just reset that. Perfect. Alright, let's go back to the camera base, and we're going to click on Edit on our FSM, and we're just going to put a simple mouse look down, and we're also going to put a move towards down as well. And finish distance is going to be 0. Our target object is going to be camera follow. Max speed, we'll make that 30. And we're going to change these two to 3 and 3. And you'll also want to come up to Edit, Project Settings, Input, open up Axis, mouse Y, and you're going to want to invert that. Perfect. So if you press play, there you go. Now we've got a simple camera that we can look around with. So that is all really nice and simple to get moving. So this has pretty much been part 1 of our first tutorial. We've got our character and we've got our camera set up. Next, we're going to work on the rotation and looking towards a certain direction when you're pressing the W, S, A, and D keys. So thanks for watching, and catch me in part 2.